Good morning and welcome to today's Facecast. So we have Jesus teaching the disciples. He spends a lot of time with them, going over all sorts of different things to do with what he's calling the kingdom of God. In other words, the way that they should be living and the way that life should be lived. And he's encouraging them to learn this for themselves so that they in turn can teach it to other people. And he's concerned to draw them away from the things that are holding them back. Draw them away from those things, to set them free from those things so that they can follow him and know what it is to live that kind of life, the Christian life. And after a long passage of teaching and questioning, and understandably they've got all sorts of questions for him, there are people saying, yes, I'll do this and I'll come with you and I'll follow you and I'll do this. And Jesus warns them a number of times, it's not going to be easy. You won't have anywhere to lay your head. And then he comes to this at the end, right at the end of chapter 9 of Luke's Gospel, Luke's account of what went on. Right in the last verse, verse 62, Jesus replied, and this is after somebody had said to him, I will follow you, Lord, but please let me go back and say goodbye to my family. Seems like a reasonable thing to say, doesn't it? I'm going to come and work for you, but I just want to go and sort the family out. Saying goodbye to them means more than just saying goodbye to them. It means putting my affairs in order. Jesus replied, no one who puts his hand to the plough and looks back is fit for service in the kingdom of God. No one who puts his hand to the plough and looks back is fit for service in the kingdom of God. Now then, these are largely farming folk he's dealing with. They would have been using the plough all the time. And they know that in order to plough a straight furrow, you need to be concentrated on what you're doing and where you're going. If you turn and look back, well, guess what? You're going to go off track. The furrow's going to be all over the place. So you have to concentrate on the task in hand and where you're heading. It's a wonderful analogy for Jesus to use with them, because they would understand all too readily what he's talking about. If I give you the permission and the right to go and put your affairs in order, to say goodbye to your family, your mind and your heart is really back there with them. I need you to concentrate on what's ahead of me. I've already told you this is not going to be easy. It's not an easy life. It can be a difficult life. There are all sorts of challenges ahead for you. But in order to meet those challenges, you've got to be focused on what you're doing. It's a tough call, and he has to really drum it into them how difficult life might be. Now for us, life isn't so difficult really, is it? We live in a very soft Western world. Even when something like coronavirus happens, there are all sorts of things that are put into place to make life easier and safer for us. And the disease doesn't ravage us as much as it did, say, 100 years ago. So Jesus says, don't go looking backwards. Don't think about the past. Don't hold on to what was in the past. Concentrate on the future. Look forward. If you want to follow me, you need to look forward with confidence and assurance about where you're going and what you're doing. That's a salutary lesson and good advice for all of us. If we want to make the life in this world good and right, we've got to focus on living it and not hark back to what might have been the golden days. Plenty for us to think on today. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.